Hey gang, I'm Craig Ripley and welcome to another edition of Living Off the Slab. Over the last 14 years since I returned to motorcycling, I have had the opportunity to ride some of the best roads in the United States and Canada. While I'm still working on riding as many as I can, I have not yet been able to ride south of the border, for example. I've still been fortunate enough to tick off many of my bucket list sections of tarmac. So I thought it would be fun to sit down and come up with a top 10 list of the best motorcycle roads in North America. Of course, this is still a work in progress, and I'm sure there will be many that disagree with my order or even that I have left off some of the best. So if you have some additional suggestions, please leave a comment so that I can add them to my list of must-do roads. Starting off at number 10, US 58, the Jeb Stewart Highway or the mighty Python. Most of the roads in my top 10 are there because of the spectacular landscapes they travel through, but this first one is here mostly just for fun. There are many roads that I could have included from the Appalachian Mountain region. The tail of the dragon, the back of the dragon, the snake, or the rattler, it goes on and on. But for me, the section of US 58 starting at Virginia 16 and heading west into Damascus is the perfect blend of long sweepers, tight descending radius curves, and beautiful scenery. Hit the road at the right time and it is also lightly traveled, although it is possible to get caught behind a slowpoke or two, so beware. I like this ride so much that I have done it 3 times, starting in 2014, again in 2019, and this year in 2020. And while I have not counted, I am told there are 318 curves in 33 miles. Well, I don't know for sure, but I can tell you there are indeed a lot of them. When you get into Damascus, I suggest staying at the Damascus Old Mill Inn. There are cheaper places in town, but none with better accommodations or their great bar and restaurant. At number 9, Angeles Crest Highway that runs through the San Gabriel Mountains National Monument and Angeles National Forest of Southern California. Riding through this rural, mountainous terrain, you would never believe that you are only 60 miles outside of the crowded greater Los Angeles area. The Angeles Crest Highway, or California Route 2, is filled with spectacular views and technical turns. This is one of those rides which you need to focus your attention, especially given that loose rock can be found in any of the tight turns along its 66-mile length. Some of Route 2 is often closed for repair, as it was the day I rode, but the detour proved to be equally as spectacular. Angeles Crest Highway began construction in 1929 and was intended to be a fire access road, and was finally completed in 1956, after a pause for World War II. Today, it is one of America's great motorcycle rides. Number 8 is not actually a single road, but I just had to include this ride in my list of top 10 because the desert landscape which it passes through literally gives me goosebumps. The 144-mile route between Hanksville and Bryce Canyon travels through Capitol Reef National Park, Escalante National Monument, and ends just outside of Bryce Canyon National Park. Along the way, you will ride through some of the most beautiful and surreal landscapes you can imagine. Utah 12 is also known as a Journey Through Time Scenic Byway, and while a mouthful, you can understand why it was given that designation, as you are surrounded by the result of millions of years of water and wind-borne erosion. Like many of the roads on this list, Utah 12 is designated an all-American road. At number 7, US 14 as it runs through Wyoming's Bighorn National Forest. I have ridden this section of US 14 twice, once in 2011 and then again in 2019 as part of my 60th birthday ride. Traveling east from Graybull, Wyoming, you will start at the bottom of a beautifully carved canyon, and eventually you will climb literally above the clouds. Along the way, you will see spectacular views that my wife describes as not looking real. The Bighorn National Forest covers more than 1.1 million acres. It is one of the oldest government-protected forests, having been created in 1897. An interesting fact is that the forest was first created with the name Bighorn, that is, 2 words. And then in 1908, through an executive order of Teddy Roosevelt, it was changed to a single word, Bighorn. Regardless of the name, it is a place of great beauty and diversity. Make sure you stop at Shell Falls for a restroom break and a chance to take a few pictures of the amazing rushing waters. At number 6, the Pacific Coast Highway, running from Half Moon Bay to Albion, California. PCH is one of those holy grail rides in North America, and it is filled with fantastic views of the Pacific Ocean. My favorite section of PCH is the one that runs from Half Moon Bay just south of San Francisco over the Golden Gate Bridge and ending in Albion, California. Leaving Half Moon Bay, you will start off in San Francisco traffic as you cross the Golden Gate. But once you are free of the city, this part of PCH runs through Muir Woods, over rolling beach dunes and through small coastal communities as it winds its way along the coast of the Pacific Ocean. Don't be in a hurry on this trip because morning fog is commonplace, as is summertime traffic. If you want a real treat and don't mind paying the California beach prices, stay at the Albion Inn and eat at their great restaurant. It is not inexpensive, but one of the best lodging experiences that either I or my wife have ever had.